Hey, fellow theme park fans, Englentine, the homegrown tourist here, and we've got to talk about stuff. We've got the booking dates and everything for Disney's opening, and all sorts of weird news, including one that I don't think I've saved the story. Maybe we'll find it, but you know what? Let's just get to it. With me to talk about all this Disney opening stuff, we've got the real Dr. VENKMAN, except no substitutes.
Hey, how's it going?
Professor Pixel, what's up, my friend?
Heyo.
And we have Dalton, the Authenticator.
For however long his phone decides not to freaking overheat because StreamYard hates phones.
Exactly, yes. So hopefully we have you throughout the show. We're going to, after this, though, we're going to talk about whatever. It's been an interesting time. Now, I've made no bones or no mystery about the fact that I work out at the Disney AMC. I was a ticket taker. I'm going to say am. I don't know where I stand right now as far as that particular job is concerned, but I did.
Not applicable at the moment, probably is the best answer.
Well, look, here's the thing. If they're going to bring stuff back in a limited capacity, they're going to bring employees back in a limited capacity. I was one of the last ones hired, so I have no illusions about where I am on that totem pole. Plus, I made it very clear I don't want to work with any money. So I'm limited. You know, I don't want to work at concessions. I don't want to work the box office. I love working usher. I love working usher, and I love working the ticket taking because I get to meet people. I get to talk to people, joke around, meet the guests and all that kind of stuff. You might not believe this, but I actually consider myself good at talking.
You don't say.
I do say, and I say it quite a bit and very well. Thank you. So here's the thing. AMC made their announcement about how they're going to open their theaters. And before no, it doesn't matter anything else they said. What they said was they were not going to require masks. You would have thought that they had said that we require you, when you enter the theater and sit down, you must light up and smoke a baby. That the impact that the no masks thing had, I think actually would have had the less of an impact had they actually done that. People are ticked. I'm like, guys, chill for just a bit, you know. I'm a bit of two minds. I'm going to go around on you guys here. You could give me your opinion on this as well. But my thinking was, of course, I always err on the side of freedom, individual freedom, meaning, yeah, we all have the individual right to say whether we want to or not. And look, AMC is going to be hurting, and they don't want to say, they don't want to cut it off. Some people aren't going to go because they have to wear their face masks. Here's the thing. As much as Professor, you went around the park with me, you know that I can't wear those freaking masks outside. I pass out. I had out problems when we're walking around the store talking about the crystal stuff and all that. I believe it in the movie theater, though. I think you should be wearing it in a place like a movie theater. Professor, what do you think about that?
Well, it makes more sense. You're far more contained with people for how long. You of course have to be able to like lift your mask to like drink your drink, eat your food.
Yeah. No.
But as long as you can wear it, you should.
Okay, so he brought up a point, and I heard that on Twitter a lot, or I read that on Twitter a lot, VENKMAN, that the reason why AMC is not requiring masks is that they want to sell popcorn, they want to sell candy, they got to sell the Cokes, and if you got a mask and you're up and down, maybe you're not going to be buying them. What do you think? Is that a viable theory?
Well, I really don't go into places that require me to wear a mask. If I'm forced to wear a mask, I really will just turn around and go shop somewhere else where it actually is open. Because if I have like 4 comic stores around me, only one of them is like, "Oh, you got to wear a mask." I was like, "Ask him, like, do I have to wear a mask?" But he's like, "No, we appreciate it." I'm like, "Oh, then I'll go somewhere else." Because it's not required, but they're like, the way they said it to me is like, "Oh, we appreciate if you wear a mask." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." and I'll just say the whole thing about this whole COVID, you watch that guy, Dr. Fauci, if he's on CNN, he says, oh, you have to wear a mask, it's all blah, blah, blah. And he goes to Fox News, he says the complete opposite every week. He flip-flops.
That's an interesting take on it.
I'm just saying it's personally up to an individual if they want to wear a mask. It shouldn't be forced upon somebody.
Well, one thing that I heard is that when you can't get it off of surfaces. They found out you can't get it off surfaces. If you're passing by people outside, you're not going to be picking it up. But if you're in an area with a whole bunch of people for a long amount of time, then yeah, you're in trouble. That's where you could actually pick it up. And they always mention, like especially if you're speaking or if you're singing. Now you're not going to be speaking or singing in a movie theater, but you still are going to be surrounded by a whole bunch of people. So what's your take on this one, Dalton?
I think everyone knows at this point that one of the things that truly gets my proverbial goat is people making broad moral claims about abstract decorum. And I get a perverse amount of enjoyment out of flouting decorum for its own sake. But yeah, that's sort of where I'm at with this. Like at this point, COVID is beginning to just be the moral cause du jour for what we have in place of an aristocracy, and it's beginning to really get my goats. So yeah, I'm thinking just no. Well, on the mask. That said, I understand what AMC is going through, because I don't know to what extent anyone keeps track of behind the scenes like movie news and stuff. But basically, long story short, AMC got into a game of chicken with Universal, and Universal appears to have won. And now with that and COVID, it seems very likely that AMC is going to go out of business. And I'm betting that someone somewhere in the corporate higher ups is just saying, don't make any more controversial statements. Don't sit against the narrative. Otherwise, we're doomed.
Here's the thing, though. I wonder, because look, I know a lot of people don't talk on Twitter because it's a freaking left-wing haven. Especially the people who are complaining the cancel culture and all that. That's all left-wing. That there is no right-wing. I can't say no because you should never do absolutes. But yeah, the mob. You're right. The mob that they're talking about are the ones that are talking. Well, I'm never going to go to that so long as they don't require masks and all this and that. What they don't understand, and I think somebody else did, was there's also the side that VENKMAN's on. Look, I'm not going to go to anywhere that requires me to. And he's right. This is his right to live dangerously. Now, I'm down in Florida with all the heat and the humidity, and from all accounts, you don't. We're pretty safe down here. And yes, I do understand. I'm saying that
not there.
I do understand. I'm saying that, and we're finding out there's more and more cases. I love the fact that they say, "Well, yes, of course, the fact that we're testing more has a lot to do with it." But, like, dude, come on.
It also might have to do with the mobs in the streets of people.
No, because, and this is where I think they did their worst damage. This is where I think they did their worst damage. As soon as all the doctors came out and said that this disease won't affect you if you're doing morally the right thing, and they just so happen to think that the morally right thing is to be out and protest, as soon as they said that, they lost so many people. It's like right now,
because it became just what the threat narrative of the aristocracy, and people like me who are individualists to the core and absolutely hate abstract decorum, especially when it's aristocratic like that, enjoy flouting it for no reason, just to tick off the aristocrats.
Yeah. Oh, and I got into a little argument also. Let's talk about individualists. I am an individualist as well. I don't look at people as groups. I look at them as individuals. I don't care what you are. Don't care who you are. Well, yeah, I do care who you are. I care if you're a good person or a bad person. Not if you're black, gay, straight, male, one leg, two leg. That doesn't matter. Never matters. If you work at a theme park, you've met everything.
But if you have 3 legs, somebody's going to take a second look.
You know, good on you, and tip of the hat to the lady folk. But point being is yeah, if you've worked out at a theme park for any amount of time, you've met at one point in time any imaginable version of a human being you could possibly think of. So it's
and several people that make you wonder if they are even human, I'm sure.
So yeah, it's the physical hardly enters into it. It's amazing though. But there's this guy that, you know, I like their show. They've got a YouTube show that I watch. I'm not going to mention it, but they are another Disney channel. And he got mad at the whole AMC thing. And I can understand. Look, I work out there. I can understand this. And usually if I'm a ticket taker, I've got to be worried because people I don't know are going to be handing me things. So I do worry about this. But I couldn't stand there all day and wear a face mask. That's one thing I was talking to Gail about. I said, I don't know if I could go in. You know, I can't wear a mask all day. She saw me. We went to the post office. I wore it for a second, then went, and not for a second, but it only took a couple of minutes where I was about to hit the floor. But this guy goes, well, what's the same about, you know, I'm only imagining that because he was mad. What if I just bring in somebody with no clothes on? And I was like, I thought he was being hyperbolic. You know, you say something crazy to make a point. Okay, so I kind of went, you know, in my head, this is my voice typing it. I don't think it's the same thing, man. And I put that down, and oh my gosh, there was this one lady, I guess you guys are calling them Karens now, just freaking went off. And I was like, no, because, you know, what was it? Oh, what's the difference? What's the difference between wearing pants and wearing a face mask? And I went, public nudity laws.
I don't call them Karens because they don't care. I call them Becky's.
And then she posted this thing where it's like one of the politicians says, oh, you got to wear a mask anytime you come into Orange County. I'm like, yeah, it's not a law. And I'm sorry, guys, it's not a law. That's not the way laws are made. Politicians can't go from now on. There's processes. We actually put that into place so we don't have dictatorships. Anyway, it's amazing how people are fired up and fired off on this. I don't see myself working in the movie theater until all of this is cleared up. And in all honesty, I don't think this is ever going to clear up. At some point in time, I think this is their way of finding another way to control us. In all honesty, I really do believe this. It's okay to go protest, but it's not okay to do anything else. We already know that the death rate of this is a strong flu.
Well, I'll back you up on that as far as the whole protesting. Like a few weeks ago, they're saying like you can't be outside, you can't be 6 feet apart, and then a week later, you see these nurses in New York cheering on the protesters walking 2 feet away from each other.
Well, they sent a memo that said that it's okay. Go on ahead, Dalton.
It's the same people too, which is absolutely. It's the same people too, which is absolutely the most hilarious thing. The same people who would burn you at the proverbial stake for not following the social distancing rules are now massively congregating in hordes of violent anarcho-communists for no reason that can adequately be expressed in other than moral terms.
Well,
and yet they don't stop the hypocrisy. It baffles me.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. I don't expect myself to work. This is the way it's going to be. I think they're always going to bring COVID up as a way to control the crowd now. Fauci and what's her name? The female starts with a B.
I call her.
Hold on, dude. Let me finish. Okay, I say you were. Don't cuss. But what do you call the female doctor?
I call her Scarf Lady.
Okay, Scarf Lady. Well, anyway, they had a conversation that they were wondering if they could shut down the world, and they did. And I have a feeling that this is going to be their way to shut down the world. We're going to be able to do things so long as it's okay with them, but ultimately it'll all come back to you guys need to get back in your house. You can't do that. You can't freaking do that. We need to move on at some point in time. But if the face masks make us move on, then I don't see myself joining the world as an employee.
I'll just say this: if people are allowed to protest and do what they want and all that stuff, and someone's gonna come to you say like, "Well, sir, you can't be at the beach. Or the beaches are closed, you know, because of COVID." So I'll be like, "All right, I'm staying."
Well, that's going to have to happen. I think, but that's another channel for another conversation we're going to have tonight. But as far as AMC,
which I'm sure we'll get to.
Now AMC has backed it up, so you have to wear a mask, and I am fine with that because, by all accounts on how dangerous this virus is, that is one of the situations where it's dangerous, where you are in an enclosed space with a lot of different people. That is exactly how you want it to be. You want to be wearing your masks. Make sure you're washing your hands constantly. That is one of those situations. If you go see a concert, wear a mask. You're in
but I gotta eat my nachos. I can't eat my Brizzer Bites.
That's on you, man. That's on you.
It depends on if it's an outdoor concert. I could see getting away with it if it's an outdoor concert.
Yeah.
Are they
even can do the whole social?
How about you, Pixel? You think you're going to be going to the AMC?
I don't know. I do know that I could be working soon again, which would be nice on the wallet. So
alrighty. All right, so let's get to the main crux. Let's get to the title of all of this.
Let's focus in on something Disney.
Yeah, well, no, I work at AMC. AMC's at Disney. That's how I connected it. This, by the way, pisses me off. WDWNT, get rid of this. I already picked my article. I don't need a drop screen to pick another freaking article. All right, now it's covering the whole goddamn thing. All righty. Something that I can't see the word of because of their booking is revealed for Walt Disney World theme arc reservations. First pick goes to Resort Gate guests, followed by pass holders and other ticket holders. So here's the thing: beginning June 22nd, 2020, Disney Resort and other select hotel guests with a valid theme park admission can make reservations. I've heard actually sometimes people were getting reservations so they at the hotels so they could get the free dining and all that kind of stuff. I think they stopped doing that. But there you go. I guess that makes sense. These are the people who booked vacations. This might be their one chance. Beginning June 26th, 2020, annual pass holders without a resort stay can make reservations, meaning if you had an annual pass and you have a resort, you're first. And then 28th, existing ticket holders can make a reservation. I guess that means you could buy make a reservation to buy a ticket. Park reservations will be available through September 26, 2021, based on your resort stay and ticket eligibility. Let's see. New tickets says by June 28th, new Disney Resort hotel packages. Okay. And later this summer based on, okay. If you have a room only reservation at Disney Resort or other select hotels for a stay in 2021, please call the Disney Resort Center. Okay. So basically that's it. Now I'm an annual pass holder, so I get to go second here. I'm wondering, though, about your situation there. And Gail's. Gail works out at Disney, so when can employees make reservations?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
I do not know.
I wonder if that falls under existing ticket holders or does it fall under annual pass holder?
Maybe they'll just opt everyone in for the free year of Disney Plus. Because if you're an employee for Disney World, one of the main reasons you want to work at Disney World is the benefits that you usually get.
Yeah, there you get a lot of crap, so you need a lot of benefits.
So starting, when did Disney Plus launch? It was last year, right? Late last year?
Yeah.
They changed the benefits to either have the park deal or the free year of Disney Plus.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So apparently there were problems with it. Some people were automatically opted in, and you had to make sure that you weren't switched. But that's what I heard. I don't have to worry about. I don't get anything because I'm third party, but basically,
that's crappy though, man. Go for the park. The park's far more expensive.
Exactly. That's what makes it worth it. And honestly, Disney could be facing some troubles employment wise if
also a year of Disney Plus is temporary. I think the park thing is permanent, isn't it? As long as you work for
it might be Disney Plus for as long as you work for the company. I'm not sure. I heard a year of Disney Plus, but it might be while you work for the park. But
okay. More news on this.
My solution would be why not both, but whatever.
More news on this is that, of course, park hopping is not going to exist.
Yay!
That makes well, in all honesty, I don't recommend it. I don't know about you, Professor Pixel, but by that I am sure they mean, of course, if you buy a ticket, it's so much better for you to spend one day at one park, drink in everything, and then the next day go to the next park. If you're bouncing around, you got what is it, like an hour or 2 hours you can spend traveling?
I heard they also got rid of your wristbands.
We're gonna get to that in a little bit, actually, but if you've got an article on that, bring it up. But
the only instance that I truly think like park hopping would be worth it. Let's say you spend most of your day at Animal Kingdom, and then as the park closes, you have a reservation over at the beer garden in Epcot.
Yeah,
that makes absolute sense.
Yeah, but that's one park's gone. You've already spent a day there. Now you're going to go out to dinner. That makes sense. But I've seen so many people spend so much time traveling from park to park, doing one thing here, one thing there. There's so much that a park can offer you, and so much to see it that a lot of people just don't see. They'll walk by. They're going from here to there. They're going from ride to ride. They don't take in the beauty of these theme parks. They work on details a lot of people will never notice. Mm-hmm. They'll never notice what's in the queue because they're just waiting to get on the line. They'll never notice the picture of the guy on the outside of the building just so happens to be the same guy that is now, your host in the on the ride. They'll never notice little itty bitty details all across the park that I got to admit I kind of enjoy. One of the things I like at Universal Studios, the Islands of Adventure, if you go all the way towards if you're at the start, the port of entry, but you go towards the exit, there's a building. And on the side of the building are 2 turtle doves. They just put them there. It's random. Nobody notices that. It's just one of those things that it's just something they wanted to have there. And I like those kind of details.
I think the most fun queue we were in when I went was the queue to get into Haunted Mansion, because there were a lot of like interactive things in the queue for.
Yeah,
Haunted
that's
Mansion.
new, but I kind of dig that. Yeah, I like the little game at the beginning where you got to figure out who killed who. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. It is, but this makes sense if you've got to make reservations for the day. And there's a limited amount of reservations. You can't say, well, I want to make a reservation, but I want to hop on over. Nope, you're there. That's the way it's going to be. Please note, park reservations are limited in number and subject to availability. Availability could change until the reservation is finalized. At this time, guests will be able to select 1 park per day. Visiting more than 1 park per day will be temporarily unavailable upon the reopening of theme parks due to attendance limitations. Guests with existing tickets that include Park Hopper option or Park Hopper Plus option have the options available to them for ticket modifications and cancellations, and can visit DisneyWorld.com updates for more information. We hope to bring back the ability to visit more than one park per day soon, and we'll continue to offer. And yes, we do have to remember, this is phase 1. They're going to open. This thing, as much as you're trying to see people bring this stuff back, it's done. It's done. And don't let them scare you into bringing it back the way they did the first time.
I heard that Universal already has ended the booking, your park booking.
Oh, so we could just go now? Oh,
yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard it's just, I guess they still have a limited capacity, but they aren't limiting it now.
Cool, cool. Which brings us to the third. Dun, dun. No, so on the title here, I've got it acting like a Disney pass holder, a passhole. Passhole is a Disney annual pass holder who feels entitled. I mean, you know, we go all the time, so we feel like it's our park. Mm-hmm. We spend a lot of money to be able to go every day. I spend around $100 a month to be able to go wherever I want, whenever I want. Yet I still haven't taken advantage of the water parks, even though I have that. Gail doesn't swim, so I've never gone. I would love to go. I do like the Disney water parks. But they call us that because and they'll deny it. I've heard the term. Maybe it's something that pass holders brought up, but the Disney employees will never admit that there's a word called passhole to describe a whiny guest that has an annual pass. But look, I get it as an annual pass holder, and if you're shelling out, if you shell out $1,000 for the big one, it's like $300 for the small one, for the one where you can just go weekdays. You can't go on the weekends. You can't go during any of the big like summer, or you can't go in spring break or all that kind of stuff.
I think right there.
Okay, there we go. You know, if you're spending money, you're spending that amount of money, and sometimes you're doing it on a monthly basis. So yeah, you want to get something out of it. Well, they decided that, okay, woo! I actually heard 2, so this has changed. Walt Disney World annual pass holders will only be able to hold 3 Disney park pass reservations at a time. Let's see. Update. While Disney had originally said it would only be 2 reservations at a time for annual pass holders. Yeah, that's what I heard. It will be 3 at a time. The story below has been updated to reflect the new information. And it says, if you're an annual pass holder with a resort reservation, you'll be able to reserve considerably more, up to 14 park days at a time. Annual pass holders with a resort reservation are able to make Disney Park pass reservations beginning June 22nd. Those without on June 26th. And let's see. So it doesn't say, though, if it's by a week or anything. So maybe that's not as bad. I thought I was going to go off here, because first I thought it was 2. I thought I was really going to go off on this. But like, if you can make,
I thought it was like 2 or 3 consecutive days. That
I don't know.
Honestly,
go ahead.
Honestly, at this point,
I was thinking it was like 2 or 3 in a row that was the issue.
What were you saying, Pixel?
If I'm thinking about which I would rather pay for, honestly, the mouse is not giving me anything. Even if it is 3 days, that is still the park reservation service. How long do they think they can actually make this run?
Well, yeah, it's rough. Think about how bad it was. Like, I never went on Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, or whatever it's called, Rise of the Resistance. I never went on it because, from what we hear, you had to get there at opening, and then as soon as they opened those gates, you had to, I got my pass. because in less than an hour, they're gone for the rest of the day. You're done. If you didn't get there at opening, you can't ride that ride. And I'm not up for going at the crack of freaking dawn just to ride a ride, you know. And I understand with this, I should be able to, you know, put the freaking effort into it. But in all honesty, no, guys, that's wrong. In my opinion, that's wrong. Make a little standby for people, you know, let them go. And I understand right now because of the social distancing and all that kind of crap that they're doing the virtual queue and all that kind of stuff. So they don't want a lot of people in the building, and I can understand that. Like I said, this is one of the things that they were saying. This is one of the conditions they were saying that are ripe for the for the disease to be spread. But you got to let some people just get in line and go, man. Seriously. You're literally handing out everybody a ticket in the first half hour to hour. It just doesn't make sense. People want to filter in. Some people want to sleep in. You're forcing people into a vacation they didn't want if they want to ride that ride. And I can't see it. Now, as far as the pass holder thing is concerned, I think I'm going to be until this is done. I think I'm going to take my pass from the $1,000 one to the lowest, to the $300 one. If I could only make 3 reservations at a time, I might as well make them Monday through Friday. Not worry about the weekends.
Yeah,
but
makes sense.
Yeah. All right. So I saw that VENKMAN had something ready, so I'm going to take this out and let's share what does VENKMAN have. I'll let you take this one, VENKMAN.
Well, it's for people who love the magic bands. Usually for people who stay at the resort, you get a magic band with basically it's key fob basically. It has your keys to your hotel room, your ticket and everything. Now they're saying that they want you to use a smart app. But for people who collect these magic bands every time they go, they'll still sell them, but a discounted price. But you're not going to give them free anymore. So, I don't know if you guys have ever stayed at a resort at all.
Yeah,
I've had to work at a resort that they gave free magic bands to the family.
Yeah.
And so
now they want you to use a cell phone and then it sucks for the people. I've heard complaints about people saying that they don't want to use their cell phone at all when they're in the park. You know, when you're on a ride, you're afraid you might drop it or get wet. So
I don't like that idea either. Just because, like, what if your cell phone runs out of battery power? What if you forgot to charge it overnight?
Are they gonna have charging stations everywhere now?
Magic bands. I think the reason why they want to cut out magic bands is they take the they take your fingerprint.
I think it also because of the price. They want to drop down on the price. It's easier to have someone use their own cell phone in the app than it is to keep giving all this stuff out, spending money on these magic bands.
I'm gonna say no on this one. Just somebody who knows Disney, been to Disney. If there's one thing Disney is not afraid of, it's charging a lot of money.
So it won't start until 2021. So.
Yeah,
that's why I think it's not really a COVID thing. Because if it was that thing, it would have started now.
Well, I think that's true. That is true. That's because my worry would be that you wear your band, you put your fingerprint down, just clean it after everyone. Wash your hand after it.
Right.
That's it. God, people are just
I've
over this thing.
I've never if I brought a phone with me and I have a family member or a friend who didn't go on a ride. I give my stuff, my hat, my glasses, or those, because that way I don't have to worry about it falling off on a ride.
Oh yeah, that would be for the cell phone. For the magic band, it is nice and tight around the wrist.
Exactly. It's the other problem.
Yeah. Underworld Dream is saying, "Old Man Disney." Since is that my name now? Should I change that to Old Man Disney?
Old Man Disney.
Since you're a YouTuber, I demand you show up at 1 a.m. and wait for a ride. If you don't get the video of the ride out first, your channel would be destroyed. My goodness gracious. Actually, I do it differently, and I understand that. the big bloggers are always there on day one. Seriously, you're going to have Tim Tracker, Diz Unplugged. You're going to have DFB go in, and they're going to do theirs first thing.
Because they sold their souls to the mouse.
Oh yeah, they actually get the
on that Mephisto Pimpian
they
contract.
get the press
there.
junkets. They get the press junkets.
So
their videos are out long before anybody else's anyway. My thinking is let them get out. I know I'm going to be the afterthought, but you know what? I'm going to be the honest guy. If it sucks, I'm going to tell you it sucks. I don't think I'm going to get a lot of Disney pressers, because if Disney puts out something that sucks.
So back to this whole thing, the rid of the wristband. So basically, you can use the Disney Experience app or a key to the World Card. So
Okay.
I've never seen a key to the World Card. It's like a shape of a credit card, like a Dave Buster's card, points card.
Yeah.
Imagine that's what it is, something like that. My other thing is, why can't you just reuse the ones you take home? If it truly is because they don't want to spend more money on new bands, why can't you just use an existing band? Some people have said they have like 25 of them or more. You know, they keep them, they collect them. Do they lose charge or something like that, or something?
No. Just people like to collect them. They're cool little things.
Well, no, I'm saying, why can't you reuse it though when you go into the thing instead of having to be forced to use this app?
Well, the middle part is what you have to worry about. So if you can pop that out, you can pop into what the band is, the decorative thing. So you really can pop the middle part in and out, and you're good to go if you need to. But yeah.
Well, the other thing I wanted to bring up is this.
Which is
Disney quietly stopped offering free trial periods for new users.
Oh, whoa, really?
Didn't say
every streaming service under the sun offers up a free 7 or 8 day trial.
Yep. So they got rid of that. Yep. So it says Disney has quietly stopped offering the service, as reported by The Verge, just weeks ahead of the highly anticipated release of the hit Broadway musical Hamilton. Disney has stopped offering new users as one free trial. Instead, the users must pay immediately upon signing up to use the stream service. New users must choose between at least 1 month of Disney Plus for $6.99 per month, or they can pay $12.99 for a bundle, which includes Hulu and ESPN, which I think is the best thing you're going to do, because the kids can watch, the Disney Plus. You can watch your sports, and your wife can watch Hulu, watch your shows,
I like the way you said you could watch your sports and your wife can watch your Disney shows. Go on ahead, Dalton.
Well, to be fair, I think this is more people taking advantage of loophole in the system and Disney reacting to that more so than them being opportunistic shysters. I mean, it's sort of a, those douches that ruin it for everybody else kind of situation, I think.
So the Hamilton show is going to arrive on.
Oh, let Dalton finish up first.
Okay.
No, sorry, I'm done. I was waffling. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hamilton will arrive on Disney Plus on July 3rd and is expected to draw a large viewership. The massive Broadway box office hit was originally slated to be released in theaters in the fall of 2021 next year. But it's booked with streaming this summer. At this time, we don't know if Disney has plans to reintroduce the free trial. I guess. I mean,
maybe that's why. Because I remember also last year when Star Wars opened, they put a kibosh on annual pass holders because they knew there would be an annual pass preview. So they knew a lot of people would be getting the annual pass going and then canceling, or that's the only reason why they were buying it, and they didn't want to overwhelm the preview. I'm going to bring up something here myself, since we're turning this one into an actual show. Did someone say sports, says Breen? Okay, so here's something. Walt Disney World announces annual pass holder preview for Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom on July 9th and 10th. This may be one of those things where I found out that yesterday. I should have called them up. Let's see. Weekday Select, Theme Park Select, Silver, Gold, and Platinum. Platinum Plus and Premier, that's me. will have the opportunity to register for a special preview at Magic Kingdom or Disney's Animal Kingdom. Pass holders will receive an email in the coming days with more information. Reservations are required and very limited. Also, they will be available on a first-come, first-served basis. An eligible activated annual pass is required to register. If a pass holder would like to register a guest to accompany them, that guest must also have a valid weekday select, theme park select, silver, gold, platinum. Okay. So there we go. Keep an eye out for the emails. That way we could get our annual pass holder preview. I like these things. They are usually at night. I just don't see why it would have to be this time since, you know, they don't have to wait for it to close. But I think this would be very interesting. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, did you see that if you're annual pass holders, you guys are going to receive basically limited basically on what's called magnets.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a moment because I got a couple of things to go over here.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
Well, hold on. Next up is the things that they're canceling. Disney World provides full list of canceled tours, dessert parties, and special experiences. The tours would be the Backstage Magic, Behind the Scenes, which is the Living with the Land tour that I've been wanting to go on. Disney Private VIP tours, the Family Magic tour, which is another one in the Magic Kingdom, Keys to the Kingdom tour, the Magic Behind Our Steam Trains tour, which I think they're not even running the train, right?
Probably not.
I've heard it.
Isn't that because of the Trons being built over there? So they're not even running it, which I think is kind of silly because they could run it as a back and forth. Well, I don't know. Maybe the train doesn't go backwards, but they could. I figure they could ride it to the Disney, the Mickey's Village or whatever it's called, and then they just back it back up. What else isn't here? The Taste of Magic, the Undiscovered Future World, Ultimate Day of Thrills, Ultimate Disney Classic VIP Tour, Ultimate Nights of Adventure. Did you know any of these were here, Professor Pixel?
No, I did not know they had that many.
We did do a story about Up Close with the Rhinos, the Marceline to the Magic Kingdom Tour, World Showcase Destinations Discovered, Wild Africa Trek, and wow, okay. And of course, all the dining.
If I win the lottery, I'm booking every single one of these. If I win the lottery someday,
well, you can't book them now.
I think you're onto something at the very least.
Well, obviously not
for the show. I think it would be kind of cool to go on these, but some of them are $300, $400 tours there.
Hey, if I had Trump money, I'd buy myself a little spot in Disney World where no one.
Well, actually, there is a neighborhood. It's called Golden Oaks that you could buy a house for. They run about $2 million each.
Nice.
If I were a rich man.
La da dee da la da dee da. I done live at Disney do. Okay, so Adventures in Dining, the afternoon tea at the Garden View Tea Room. That's in Grand Floridian, I believe. Cake decorating at Amorette's, Circle of Flavors at Harambe at night. Oh, the Harambe, that's I've heard that's got some good food there. I haven't eaten there yet. Dining with an Imagineer at Citricos or the Hollywood Brown Derby. I would love to do that just to hear the behind the scenes stuff while sitting down for a really good dinner.
I would come with like a journal full of ideas for attractions. Like here, pass this around to your friends. I don't want credit. I just want these things to exist. Please.
Yes, you need to make this ride now. I think the Black Cauldron is underrated and it deserves its own land.
I want the Old Yeller ride. Come on.
There you go. Yes.
Doctor Strange themed fun house.
That's
How the heck?
Let's see, the Epcot Forever, the Phantasmic, basically all the late night stuff. Basically any dining package is out. So that's what's going on. The following and all the dessert parties. I kind of figured that. Here's the thing that I've said this before, and I'll say it again. They're idiots. They are freaking idiots. Because if you notice, a lot of these dinner parties, a lot of these Disney dessert things are buffets. And I even think about this when I pass by Cece's. I can't go in and get my $5.99 cheap ass pizza. Make it a freaking cafeteria.
Cheap what pizza?
make it a cafeteria. Put on another person or two and have them scoop it and give it. Or you could do it, bring in some waiters and waitresses and make it family style. You're closed for no good reason. Work your way around it, you dumb guys.
And for as expensive as it is, you would think it would be something equivalent to like a chef's table kind of thing, where like the chef would go out of his way to create stuff specifically for you.
Yeah. So Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and Captain Hook's Pirate Crew is out. The character Courtier is out. Perfectly Princess Tea Party's out. So are the Pirates Adventures, the Pirates and Pals, and the Wonderful Tea Party at $1,900 fair. What were you saying, Pistol?
Oh, I was just saying CC's by Me is open.
Really? All righty. So there you go. And here's some sports stuff you can do, like golf and foot golf are available. The ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex is going to remain closed. Miniature golf will be unavailable. Surfing activities will be unavailable. Spas, salons, and Harmony Barbershop will be closed. I actually thought about going to the Harmony Barbershop to get a shave once, just because in my 50 years, I've never been there. I've lived here as long as
that surprises me.
But it looks like you can still go to the NBA experience. Yeah.
Nobody wanted to go to the NBA experience before the freaking COVID.
Yes, wake me when and if I ever care.
Do you know who goes to NBA experience? The people who are asking what happened to Disney Quest. That's who goes to the NBA experience.
Is that like Sequest?
Oy vey. So there you go.
I'm sure Eric Breen would like to go, but for the rest of us Disney geeks, we will be partaking in the behind the scenes stuff that involves obscure technical BS.
Yes.
Since we're talking about basically what the COVID is doing to Walt Disney World. I don't know if in a stream I missed, y'all talked about the Disney resorts, but I just sent an article that lists the changes.
Well, can you bring it up?
Can I bring it up?
Yeah, I'll share it. It'll be your addition to all of this.
Right now, I got the list of what's coming out on Disney Plus.
Okay, let's talk about that, and then we'll go to the last thing. We'll go to Pixels, and then we'll go to yours. So there you go.
All right.
I'd rather go to the Jared Stevens Museum. Okay, what do we have coming up on for my birthday month?
July 3rd, Animal ER, seasons 1 and 2. Everyone Be Kid, Project Rules. Ice Age, Closing Course. Ice Old Rescue, season 1 through 4. Race to Witch Mountain. The Big Green, The Mighty Ducks. Hamilton's premiering, Pixar in Real Life, episode 109, Up Balloon Cart Away. Disney Family Sundays, episode 135, Peter Pan Shadow Box Theater. One Day at Disney, episode Zama, I can't pronounce it.
Zama Magaduela, The Lion King, Madrid, Spain. Yeah, you got me too. What is this? The Lion King to life through her role as Rafiki. Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess she's on stage performing now. Okay.
Makes sense, because I saw something when I was like in middle school.
All right, what's on Friday, July 10th? Let's see if anything's worth it here.
Critters Fixers, Country Vets, season 1. Gigantosaurus, season 1. Secrets of the Zoo, season 3. Solo: A Star's Story.
Basically, they're getting all the stuff that's coming off of Netflix. It's time to bring it home now. Yeah.
Disney Family Sundays, Lilo and Stitch, Family Tree, One Day. Yeah, so basically, there's new episodes of these shows. Dog's Life with Bill Farmer. Avalanche Rescue Dogs in the Beagle Brigade.
Okay, how about Friday, July 17th?
A Diary of a Kid, The Long Haul, Disney Junior Music Lullabies. Lost City of Machu Picchu. Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go season 1 through 2.
Oh, that makes me nostalgic. I remember Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperhorse Go.
I was about to say I don't know any of this stuff.
It makes sense because I have no idea what it is.
The most interesting thing so far, it is to me is Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I also am slightly nostalgic for the Mighty Ducks. It's not quite as nostalgic as Gargoyles, but as far as like semi-serious Disney cartoons, it's good.
Well, this is kind of cool here. You got One Day at Disney episode 133, Mike Davey, Imagineering Project Manager.
That's always fun. I like seeing that kind of stuff. I am interested in the Mouseketeers at Walt Disney World. I'm wondering what Mouseketeers.
Yeah, which season is this?
And or is it a conglomeration of different because there were like 3 sets. Are we gonna have like what's his name? The freaking Ryan Gosling pushing around like one of the 1950s in a wheelchair as they go to Disney.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, now we're getting near my birthday here.
Friday, July 24th. Wild Congo Season 1. Wild Sri Lanka Season 1. The Jungle Book Finger Puppets. All right. One day, Chris. Yeah, well, cool. The next one. Christie Helicopter Reporter. I'm not.
Like Governor Christie of New Jersey? Is that a show people are asking
on the 25th
for?
There, VENKMAN?
Hey, I don't know. That's what it says. The Muppet Show comes out.
Now, see, I'm all good about that.
Well, it's Muppets now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's July 31st.
No, I'm fine with it, man. Make a modern day Muppets. I'm good with that, man.
I want to get the classic Muppet Show on Disney Plus. That's
I would love that too. So my birthday's July 29th. This is what comes out 2 days after.
Yep.
What do we have here? Animal Showdown.
Best Job Ever, Big Cat Games, Cradle of the Gods, Destination World, Dr. Oakley, Yukon Vets, Fearless Adventures with Jack Randall, Hidden Kingdoms of China, Hunt for the Abominable Snowman.
You know what, dear Disney, for my birthday, I want a movie called Johnny Tremaine. All righty. Put that movie out. I loved it as a kid. I want to see it again. And while we're at it, put up Song of the South.
Johnny Tremaine. That sounds like a Dick Tracy kind of novel.
No, actually, it's about the Patriots. It's about the Boston Tea Party and the Liberty Tree and so forth and so on.
All right. So we got Marvel Funko seasons 1 through 2. Apparently, must be what
there are a couple of seasons of that. This is the first I'm hearing.
They're making a.
No, they made
it already.
No,
they're on season 2 already.
What in the name of?
It's not a show. It
must be a documentary, I guess, right?
Pixel?
Huh?
What is it?
Explain, Pixel. Explain. I need this to not make my brain explode.
They do shorts with basically animated Funko Pops of popular Marvel characters.
Did you look this up or you watching?
Yeah, that's about what I was expecting. Okay, but as it happens, my birthday is the 25th. So apparently, Englentine and I only have 4 days and a significant number of years between our birthdays.
Oh, so Muppet Now is only
add that. Old man Mickey had rumored that Trump will give a vacation tax. Hold on.
I figured if I didn't, you would have said it. So,
Underworld Dream is saying, Old Man Disney, it's rumored that Trump will give a vacation tax credit to people who vacation in the U.S., so maybe some of the things that cost too much could be tax deductible. Hey, that would be kind of cool. That really would be. And I am this close to changing the title of this channel to Old Man Disney.
and Muppets Now is
Old Man Disney. Oh, go on ahead.
And then you can change your profile picture to a picture of Uncle Walt.
I'll just say this quickly.
He's the original Old Man
Before
Disney.
I continue, I'm just going to say, if you're going to change your Old Man Disney, you got to go, Old Man Disney, as your intro.
There you go.
Record yourself singing it.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so basically Muppets Now is going to be 6 episodes only for the season.
Well, hopefully it's good enough to get more. You know,
Scooter rushes to make his delivery deadlines and upload the brand new Muppet series for streaming. They are due now, and he'll need to navigate whatever obstacles, distractions, and complications the rest of the Muppet gang throws at him. So there's gonna be a lot of chickens and Gonzo. That's what's gonna happen.
I dig on the last Muppet show, so I'm looking forward to that. What did you find for us here, Pix?
Well, I have an article here that's basically he calls himself the points guy, but he really should be the lists guy because all I see are a bunch of lists.
So does he make any point within the lists? Like
Yes.
if you can make a top 10 favorite movies, but if you don't explain why you like those movies, does it really matter?
Well, no, it's basically just a joke because right here he's listing which resorts. This came out June 12th, by the way. So
okay.
I think by points guy, he might be referring to bullet points. That might make more
gotcha.
Oh,
sense.
I think so. It was a joke. My joke failed, but
He deducts points off your pass. You
Okay.
behind.
No
Your
new bookings or
points
changing.
might be
Okay, go up.
deductible.
What are we doing? You guys skip the front desk?
oh, did I skip that part?
You skipped all of it. You're going up and down, man. Have you not seen me and Venkman run this show? You know how to do this. You started at the
Read-
beginning, you work down.
But it never
Point
stopped.
deduction, Pixel, point deduction.
I know.
Let Dalton speak, or Dalton, let him speak, and then start from the top and read down.
So here are some of the changes that can be expected from if you go to the resorts right now while they're opening.
Okay.
There's no new bookings or changes right now. To focus on assisting guests with existing reservations, you can't make new Disney World Resort hotel reservations at this time, other than Vacation Club members, unless Disney initiates the request. In many cases, you can't alter your current plans right now, other than to cancel. This does not sound right. Doesn't that contradict what we just read?
Sort of.
Okay, well, my main point was the housekeeping changes. Have you heard about this at all?
No, go on ahead.
Okay. While Disney will increase the level of housekeeping done in common places and between guests, focus on high-touch areas like remotes or door handles, steam cleaning the floors, offering individually wrapped glassware and double casing pillows, you'll no longer get full housekeeping. I'm not doing their pun. A service each night, at least for a while. Instead, you'll get a light cleaning service every other day, which includes the removal of trash and used towels, the wiping of counter surfaces, vacuuming, and restocking amenities. And you can choose to decline that service. So rather than...
That's weird, because I would rather tell them, no, clean the bitch up. You know.
Wow.
Yes. Okay, keep going.
Just for the record, Eglantine breaks his own rule more than
anybody else. I know.
I also want to point out, and I don't have any confirmation, but somebody that I work with said that they say double casing pillows right here. They said you have to bring your own pillows to the resort.
What on earth?
Mm-hmm. They said they are having guests bring their own pillows rather than...
Yeah, that's so...
Why?
Because you're sleeping, you might drool, you might do all of this, and they don't want to buy pillows for every new guest.
Okay,
that's my main point. We can keep going down the list if y'all want.
No, if that's the main point you wanted, I'm going to close out then. Oh, first, RDV did. I saw it. They are offering some new. Oh shoot. Okay, I'm sharing his screen. Not ours. But one of the things that RDV brought up, and this is good news for the annual pass holder, is that we are going to be sent magnets, apparently, through the mail.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so you'll get a Donald Duck or a was the orange bird.
Tomato.
orange bird.
Yeah.
I got like 2 orange bird pins.
So that looks kind of cute. I'm okay. I'm okay with that. It's like a little, oh, yeah, don't say we didn't give you anything kind of thing. Also, these are stolen off so many cars. If you put them on your car, you run a risk of having them stolen. But what you gonna do? But this is the last story I wanted to talk about because this is the happy news. A Taste of Epcot International Food Wine Festival, and because they are canceling their Halloween party, they decided to open up Food and Wine Festival earlier and do it a little bit differently.
Wait, they canceled their Halloween party? That makes me sad. I love Halloween.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what this is, but my goodness gracious, does it look good?
Except for with a bunch of crap in it.
Except for that right there, which looks like an onion. Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's what they always say until
I've been with him
Until
whenever
you
you
double
had
over
onions.
in the
I can
bathroom
tell
for
you.
3 days.
hold on. Yeah, that's right. Hold on. Let Professor finish this particular story.
I've been with the man when he's had onions. He will not be fine. Let me tell you. That is.
Wait, you've actually met Anglantine in real life? When did that
Yeah,
happen?
we went and we did a review of the boathouse.
You haven't watched our review?
Yeah, man, what's up?
I have not. I missed that one. I'll have to
we
go.
were going to make it a day where we're walking around all the shops and talking, but we went to the boathouse. Both of us hungry. We decided to do lunch first. And now I told them I couldn't have onions, but I did something silly. They brought us one of the reasons we went to the boathouse is neither one of us have had a raw oyster. So we were going to try it. And they brought these sauces. I went, beverages, just to make a joke. And I tossed a little bit of it back. And after I did, I went, that had onions in it. And
oh, no.
So
that was a horrible mistake, number one.
Yeah, because
not only did he do that, he also, after he
I was like in for a penny,
poured it all over his oyster and ate it.
Because at that point, I know what's going to happen. No matter what I do, I knew what was going to happen. So before, when we're walking around, I'm like, hey, okay, that's really good, and blah, blah, blah. And throughout the lunch, it's like, yeah, and then we're just going to kind of, just...
I actually also have a medical-related story from the first time I tried oysters, too, ironically enough.
Yeah, we're not talking about blasting out both ends, though.
Well, no, but mine actually might be slightly worse because when I was, I want to say like 12, we went to Georgia and I saw the ocean for the first time. And long story short, despite waterproof sunscreen and copious reapplying of it, I wound up with a 2nd-degree sunburn with sun poisoning. But I didn't realize until we had left for a restaurant where I tried oysters for the first time. But halfway through, the sun poisoning kicked in, and I just about passed out from the sheer, just awful feeling of it.
Ouch. Yeah, I understand how that can happen. I fell asleep in the sun once. Okay, so it's saying that it's going to be a long one. It's starting in July 15th. I want to get there. I really do. Taste of Epcot International Food Wine Festival. They're saying that some of the things are going to be modified experiences and even have a little bit of leftover Flower and Garden Festival sprinkled in. And I get it because the Flower and Garden was popping up. The COVID thing happened. As we prepare for the reopening of our theme parks next month, we're taking a measured and deliberate approach to our planning that applies appropriate new health and safety measures. And we continue to follow guidance, blah, 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 blah. What is that? Oh, that's got to be from the Food and Wine. Holy Toledo. Can we get Guys, give us what this is. Holy, look at that.
It looks like a pita pocket with flowers on it.
Now, I'm wondering, is this ginger? Because at first I was thinking that was a Nutella thing, but I'm seeing chicken, some feta cheese. It's Mexican.
That looks like black beans.
Yeah, like
it looks like a really elaborate salad from what I can see of it.
Or nachos, like a nacho salad or taco salad.
Maybe.
Either way, I am down, man. Totally down.
Yeah, it's not your salad, bro.
One of the staples of the Disney World Resort, the annual Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. Today, we're pleased to share that not only have we cooked up creative modified festival experience, it will be our longest festival yet, giving you plenty of time to enjoy a taste of Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. This new take on the Foodie Festival debuts on July 15th and continues through the fall, offering over 20 signature global marketplaces like Hawaii, hops and barley, the islands of the Caribbean. All three of those are back. You know, those are things that have been there before. And if you've ever imagined a world where the floral fun of flower and garden is sprinkled in with the global goodies of food and wine, here's your chance, as they'll have all the topiaries out, which that's good. I'm glad that they're holding out. I'm glad that they're bringing those out. I always wondered, why aren't the topiaries in some way permanent? You know, one of my favorite things.
You would think they would be, because they can't be that hard to maintain.
When I was young, they had topiaries everywhere, and I thought they were freaking awesome. Let's see. For scavenger hunt fans, Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak scavenger event returns. And stay tuned as food and wine merchandise joins the fun later on after the festival, more probably close to where they had everything ordered. But unfortunately, Eat to the Beat often packed the house in an effort to accommodate the proper physical distancing. They will not be hosting the concerts this year. There will be plenty of music to enjoy at American Gardens Theater with local Epcot entertainment such as the Mariachi Cobra, the Jaminators. So they're going to actually have a stage that we could sit down and let me tell you something. The mariachi band is freaking awesome. I've actually got a video where I recorded them, and those boys can sing. I love, that's one of my favorite things to watch. Especially since they've incorporated the story of Coco and they do the song in the whole 9 yards. It's really
the Remember Me and everything.
Oh, they kill it. They kill it. Let's see. These fan favorites will spread out their performances throughout the day, giving audiences more options to enjoy them. So we don't have any menus yet. I just hope whatever this is on it. But I'll tell you what, Pig, you've got an annual pass. Come along. Let's go do some food and whining. You don't have an pass here. Yeah.
if I ever go back, I'm gonna have to make sure it's during one of the food and wine festivals, because I'm a foodie and I love Epcot. So
bring $1 or two. That's all I'll say about it.
Yeah, that just sounds like heaven to me. Unfortunately, it might be too expensive.
It is such a good time. I love the Food and Wine Festival. So there you go, gang. That's all the stories I have. Thank you guys for finally showing up, doing a show. Actually, all of us finally showed up. I always say this. I just I need to do this more often. That's all I'm saying.
All right, we'll all meet together next year.
Hey, there you go. Yep.
That's right.
All righty. So thanks, guys, for helping out. Thank you to Eric Breen and Underworld Dream for listening in and commenting a couple of times, giving me maybe a new name for the channel, Old Man Disney. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching.
Cheers, guys.
And as always, have a zippity-doo-dah-day.
And we'll see you real soon.
There's like 4 endings to this thing now. All right. That's actually kind of weird and cool.